Hello, BookTube. I thought I would do something a bit different for your Monday or Sunday for some people read aloud of a book because I'm going to do one of my favorite books ever. This is A Pickle for the Knowing Ones by Timothy Dexter. If you don't know who Timothy Dexter is, I'm going to link a video made by Sam O'Neillia from a couple years ago explaining who Timothy Dexter is. This man was a legend in a lot of strange ways, but this is his magnum opus in life, A Pickle for the Knowing Ones, and I'm going to attempt to read it to you. There's only 20 pages, this book is, but there's some other stuff like letters he wrote to other people and some other stuff like that. It's a very cheap copy, but I'm glad I have this so much. I've talked about this book on my channel before, in a Holy Sunday months and months ago, but I'm going to try to read it. It is going to be a bit hard because Timothy did not use punctuation at all. He couldn't really spell to save his life, but I'm going to give him my best try, and I am going to be taking a bit of jokes at Timothy, but it's okay because he made so much money off of this, and just in general, and also he's been dead for hundreds of years, so I feel like it's okay too, and it's really funny, and so we're gonna give it a try. He did not. This book was not received well because of the lack of grammatical anything, and so in the second edition, he published all the grammar and all of that on in the appendix, and just to confuse more people. But we're going to give it a try. I have a bookmark to where it ends, and so we'll see how we go reading this, but this is going to be so fun. There is a LibriVox randomly reading this too. This is a classic of in its own right, so that's why I'm going to do it too, but here it is. A Pickle for the Knowing Ones. To mankind at large, the time is come, at last the great day of reganizing. What is, what, why, I will tell you. Thus three kings is raised, you mean this should be raised on the first royal ark in the world, almost, not quite, but very, HIW, Hugh, I can't even say that, up upon, so they are good mark, to seen so like women's like to see the front of, and all people loves to see them as all quakes will come, and PEAPE sly and feel glad, and say how and do friend Father George Washington, famously spelt JORGEWASHETON, so that's the level we're at. In is many center king, Adams is the right hand, the present king, and the left hand Father George, with his hat on other hats, and the metal king, his sword Adams with his cane, and the grand poster, out attitude turning his face towards the first king, as they were on some politics. King, our present king, he is stands hearing, being younger and very deaf, in short being one great full fur, looks well east and west and north and south, and defay and very deaf, DEAFE, so he's close, with God of nurture, and done very much for our present king, and even our former ones, they are all good. I want them to live forever, and I believe they will it as work hard to be a king. I say it is harder than tilling the ground, I know it is, for I find it hard work to be a lord. I don't desire the sound, but please the people at large. Let it go to brack the way it does, for a sort meant of help, a good life to call the sick spleeny gouty. That's a bit weird. That's only the first page. Dull frames like myself with gouts, and so make a merry, a cheerly Christine, so me only be honest. No matter that they worship sun morn of stars, and their wife or miss if honest, live forever money won't get those figures so fast I wish I have sent to Leghorn, for many Miss Bou, I don't know how to say that, is one amongst others I sent in the grand Shrikrim. Vale's three kings are plain white is that COLOW at present. The royal ark and fingers cost £39. What weight silver, the highest communication order in the world. So it is said by knowing one, I have only 4 lions and 1 lamb. Up the spread eagle has been up 3 years upon the Copley. I have 13 billers front in Strat Row for 13 states when we begun, 3 in the rear, 15 foot high, 4 more on the grass. See to the same half at the right of the grand ark, 2 at the left wing, 15 foot high the ark, 17 foot high. My house is 3 story upwards, of 290 feet round the house. Nature has formed the ground equal, so to that you wish from art by man equal to Solomon the Obrinal Jonathan Jackson, one of the first this country for has born, a great man, by nature then best lurings that so mought me forced, for my plan having grand spot hull of the world can't exad. This to thus does not know what I would think was like half the world. A Leah I have travelled good deal, but old steady man saith, it is the first that it is the first best, it is contry, and others contry. I tell you this truth, that none of you great men wouldn't be a fruited as my predecessors, and I spare now cost. In the work I have temple of reason in my gardening, 3 years past with Torm under on the eagle on the edge of grass, see it cost 39 guineas, beside the coffin painted wit, in the side and outside touched with green noble trimmings, uncommon lock, so I can tack the key, inside and hay fireworks, in the tomb pipes and tobaccers, and a speaking trumpet, and a Bible to read, and some good songs. What is the president answer? A king born party. The great has as power as a king and ought to have, and it is Macy. He has for a good of mankind. He is much as a power as any king, for great ways, but there must be a head some, where or people is lost like wild geese, when the lose and grander 2-legged want a head. If 4-legged and 2-legged fowls, the name of president is to please the people at large, and the sound sorts best now in the sounds give way to the north, and the north give way to the south, and all by and by you will break what falters to be wise and link and keep the links together. If you can't agree, a space GREE, consolidated to a kingly power, for you must keep together at the worst hair. If labours ye less, see there, if so many men want to be officers, OFFESERS, and now Soggers, poor king, every day wants a bone sum, and others the king can't live without, and field we have had our turn, with an E at the end, Grat's good father Adams, and turn about rest easy, you will be pleased with the great present king. Give time, all did I say, now but the Magor part, more fifths at least. And I think we will stop there today. That was only 2 pages, and I can't wait to keep going next week. There's no chapter breaks in here, but we'll just call it a day for today because I need to process what I just read. But I will link the the PDF version of this from Project Gutenberg in the description. So if you want to give it a try and read it and ponder about it, go ahead and do it. But yeah, we'll continue on next week. So thank you so much for watching BookTube, and I will see you next time.